Hi there, welcome back to the shop. I'm Cale. Let's take a few minutes and solve another problem in the shop using our table saw. So sometimes you want to rip a board, something shaped like this, or maybe not quite this bad. This is the worst thing I could find in my shop. So let's say you want to get a nice straight line somewhere on this board, but you can't really use your fence and there's no way to really hold it down. So we're just going to make a quick straight line ripping jig that's useful for stuff like this. So when you get started, I'd recommend using sheet goods like plywood, melamine, MDF. In this case, we're going to make this out of MDF. This is 3/4 inch. You want to have a factory edge against the fence for good registration and good alignment. But be on the lookout for stuff like this. These staples, where they staple the barcode in the edge of the board, these can really cause you problems down the road. So make sure you inspect the full length of this edge and remove all these staples or any other things that are going to stick out and run into stuff. So, all right. Let's get into it. So the width of this board that we're going to use to create this jig out of is really kind of up to you. And it's really based on how wide of a board you might need to be able to get a straight line on. If you've got a board that's 12 or 14 inches wide that you need to get onto a sled, you need to make it a little wider. But if you're working with narrower pieces, you can make this a little bit narrower. Now we're going to be using toggle clamps to hold stuff down on this. These are basically just clamps that are kind of adjustable. I've watched other videos where people have made jigs like this and they mount this stuff to the very back edge and it looks all cool, and then they mount something up and they put it in and then it won't fit against the fence. So we're not going to make that rookie move. We're actually going to build this one using some toggle clamps, 3 toggle clamps out of a board that I think this is about 12 inches wide. Yeah, a little shy of 12 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to probably rip 2 inches off of this, stack it on here with some glue. We're going to mount our toggle clamps such that we have a way to clamp down onto our boards, like so. And then we're going to rip this board and see how it works. Let's get into it. And there you go. You got something that you can use to relatively safely cut crazy, crooked, warped, crooked stuff. You might need to make your jig wider such that you could fit more of a board into the throat of the jig. In this case, I ended up ripping this one kind of right down the middle. Let's say you wanted to be over here, you'd need more room between the base of your clamp and where the table saw is going to cut. So you might need to make yours a little bit wider or a little bit narrower, and you might need more clamps, more toggle clamps than I have here. Probably would have been a little safer had I had a third clamp here, which is pretty easy to add now that you've got this built. So once you have this built, you can lean it up in a corner and pull it down anytime you need to rip a nice straight edge. Then when you're done, you can flip the board 180 and have a clean straight edge against your fence. Now you could cut again, and now you've got two parallel cuts on a board. So this is some yellow sawdust. I'm not even sure what species this wood is. Comment down below if you know. Anyway, there you go, friends. That's it for me. Until next time, peace, love, and sawdust. I'm out.